Alrighty, so it is time to officially announce a completely new way to both compete in and spectate Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duels, which is the Speed Duel Masters Circuit. 10 players will compete each week in a round-robin league format, culminating with a playoff stage to determine the ultimate winner of this, the inaugural season of the SMC. Every Sunday, each match will be broadcast on Twitch, right here, the channel you're watching right now, for the entire community to be able to see this season unfold. However, it doesn't stop there. For the first time in Speed Duel history, we are introducing Conquest as the standard format for the SMC. And what that means is that every week, each competitor will need to select 3 different decks to take with them, and will have the opportunity to ban one of their opponent's decks before the match starts. Then, they need to win once with both of their remaining decks in order to claim victory. However, this is where it also differs from your normal tournament format you may be used to. You are not locked into the same decks for the entire season. No, see, we want to see the evolution of the meta unfold in real time, which means decks are only locked in for that 1 week. Every week, our players can choose to change their decks if they want to. They can take the exact same 3 decks every week if that's what they feel is going to give them the best chance at victory, or they can decide to change 1, 2, or all 3 of their decks each week, depending on how they feel the meta's unfolding and what is going to give them the best chance to claim the crown, being the winner of the first season of the Masters Circuit. So, this means we will be able to witness the evolution of the meta each week, and we will follow along to see which players adapt and thrive and which ones will get left behind. So that is what we are looking at. Terramaster, what are your initial thoughts on this format, and what are you hoping to see from it?
I really like I was just actually talking about this with Cursive yesterday, how for Win-A-Box, it's really annoying sometimes where you enter a deck and after the first match or 2, you realize ways to improve that deck, right? And you can't do it for the rest of the tournament. You're stuck with it. So my favorite part of this new way to play is actually just that. You realize something in your deck that needs to be adjusted. You realize something in your side deck that you didn't think about, some kind of matchup. You can go ahead and change that week to week. And I actually think that really makes the skill level necessary to win a little bit higher than it is for most other tournaments.
Awesome. Yeah, I think those are great points. And it actually brings us to a few other points. So, because of the Conquest format, there actually are no side decks. Because a side deck is for when you're only using 1 deck. But because we are using 3, and your best 2 out of 3 match means you need to win with 2 different decks, there are no side decks. So now, that brings us to our next question was, well, how did we find our 10 players to compete here? And the way that we did that was we held a completely open and free-to-enter qualifying tournament. 24 players entered, trying to qualify into the Speed Duel Masters Circuit Season 1. Only 10 were able to make it through. So I think it is time to introduce you all to each of our 10 players. We are going to give you a bit of a profile for each of them, as well as the decks that they have locked in for week 1. However, before we do that, there is something very important that we need to talk about here. And that is, on the side of your screen, you will see that you can actually help increase the prize pool. Now, that prize pool is starting at a cool $50 put up by yours truly. And that is where we are starting. However, we are hoping to end at a much higher number than that. And that's where all of you come in, because during any stream, any live stream of the Speed Duel Masters Circuit, yes, and that includes this one right here, anything that you do will help increase that prize pool. So how can you do that? Well, if you use your tier 1 subscription to the Twitch channel, as Dan Ex Machina just did earlier, that will add $2 to the prize pool, which means we are already at 52. We are above 50 at this point. If you use a tier 2 sub.
Do you mean like this? Hold on. Twitch,
okay.
Come on, don't be slow right now.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. There we go. It should tell you I did a thing.
I'm gonna wait for that. In the meantime, VP Peretta, thank you for following the channel. Appreciate the support. There it is. Thank you, Terramaster Legacy, for the Twitch subscription, the 8-month resub. Welcome back to the Halls of Justice. Hell yeah, add another $2 to that price, but we're at 54 right now. And yeah, damn right, Hype Train. Mr. Hungry, thank you so much for that 13-month resub. Welcome back to the Halls of Justice. And yes, that sure does add another $2. We are at 56 right now for the price pool. By the way, whenever you see me leaning over to the side here, it's because Lucky is looking for attention while we're streaming. Good to see you, Mr. Hungry. Heck yeah. Jackie, yeah, so I donate, I can win my own money back. Heck yeah, you can. And as well, 80% of all donations will get added to the prize pool. So there you go. So tier 2 subs add $4. And if you really want to do something very cool for both the channel and all of our players, a tier 3 sub will add $10 to the prize pool. I know. Now, again, this is a round robin, which means we have 9 weeks in the regular season, which means each of the 9 next Sundays, you will see us back here for all of that week's matches. And then, of course, we have a playoff stage as well. Now, this, I don't have in text in front of you, but for those curious how that's going to work, out of our 10 players, the top 6 at the end of the regular season will compete in a playoff stage. It will be an upper and lower bracket, which means even after your first loss, you still have a chance to come back and try to win the whole thing. Our top 3 players will get paid out. And now, you may have noticed I've been saying Speed Duel Masters Circuit Season 1 over and over again, and that is because this is not going away anytime soon. There will be a Season 2. Now, everyone who makes the playoff stage in Season 1 is automatically going to qualify for Season 2. However, to our 4 players that do not make it to the playoffs, well, they're not guaranteed anything. But they will have a chance to compete in Season 2, but along with everyone else, because before the start of that, we will hold another qualifying tournament for the 4 remaining spots. So if you want to make sure that you get to keep being eligible to participate in this format and make that money, just make the playoff stage. And if you don't, well, we'll have to see what happens.